to the app too. And I just feel like I'll be fine, like, if someone just hears me talk.
You're doing a really good job. And I don't think I tell you that enough. And I know sometimes we get into it, and it's just hard on both of us. But, try to understand me more, and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out of our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock right now. And by lock right now, I mean we staying in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out of our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering, awesome. Where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to want to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio, and I'm here for the action.
And nothing but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How you doing out there in radio land? I see y'all in the chat. We got another powerful conversation for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Who we got in the chat? Kawanda, Lauren, Jeff, Josh in the chat. Not really a city girl in the chat. Mo the elephant in the chat. Sylvia, I see you, Sylvia. Salute to everybody joining the show today. We got another great conversation for everybody. I'm going to need y'all to tap in. Hey, call a friend, tell them Tory Lowe show is on. And we've been talking about these Epstein files. And I think we're closer to getting them released. I think that they're passing them through. And what I'm saying is we need to put this to bed, because when the shutdown was going, you didn't hear nothing about Epstein. Now that the government is going again, now you hear, now they ain't got nothing else to talk about but Jeffrey Epstein. And if you're not going to give the public what we want, which is the files, stop talking about it. I think that people are getting tired. I think that people are suspecting of all politicians in Washington, D.C. at this point. Everybody got their head on a swivel at this point with everybody. Unless you're a bot. Some of y'all bots, I don't know. Bots be trying to hit me up to get in the political argument, the bots. And I just laugh at the bots. The bots is so, if you're a bot right now, you just, God bless you. God bless you. All y'all bots out there, beep, 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 beep. Your brain just beep, 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 beep. Just bot it out. But for those that's really looking at the situation, I'm seeing political ping pong. Passing it back and forth. Jeffrey Epstein on one side doing this. Jeffrey Epstein on one side doing that. One side accusing the other side, and the other side, and ain't no paperwork coming out. They only pinching off the paperwork. We want the whole thing so we can make our own mind up. We don't want you to keep talking about it. We want to see. If y'all got the files, let the public is ready to see who been messing around with these babies. But we got an interview, and this is why I want to play this interview. Because y'all like Hakeem Jeffries. Y'all think he may be the next Obama. You know, y'all like that Hakeem Jeffries is out here talking. He one of y'all favorites for the donkey gang. Y'all that like them donkeys, Hee-Haw clan. Y'all like the Hakeem Jeffries. But Hakeem Jeffries, he was on a show. And they asked him about the Democrat who was texting Jeffrey Epstein. And this is what, I'm going to let y'all hear what he had to say about it. Like, if it was Donald Trump or somebody on the elephant side, he would have been all over this. But since it was a Democrat on his side, listen to what he had to say if you're watching this rebroadcast live. I want y'all to see this, because I got a comment on this. Let's listen.
I mean, I have not had a conversation with Stacey Plaskett to discuss this issue, because we've been focused today on making sure that there was a decisive vote as it related to the Epstein files and the release. I'm thankful for the work of Representative Massey, of Ro Khanna, but most importantly, the survivors.
Do you plan to talk to her about it?
I think that we successfully defeated a resolution that lacked any basis, was not credible, and was being brought by an individual who was trying to weaponize this issue to reinvigorate his own failed gubernatorial campaign in South Carolina. It was rejected on a bipartisan basis on the floor today. That's the end of the story.
Yeah, I was just asking if you personally believe messaging with Jeffrey Epstein, who is at that point a registered sex offender, is appropriate for a member of the House Democratic Caucus?
That's the third time you've asked me this question, and I'm going to give you the same exact answer. Our focus today is on making sure that the Jeffrey Epstein files were released. If you want to have a conversation with Stacey Plaskett about it, I'm sure she'd be willing to talk to you. It was an illegitimate effort to try to remove her from the House Committee on Intelligence, and that was defeated in a bipartisan way.
All right, I'm done. Word salad. Okay, Stacey Plaskett was texting Jeffrey Epstein, a known pedophile, Democrat. Now, that's a legitimate question. Everybody hollering about Jeffrey Epstein. I'm asking you about one of your constituents, Stacey Plaskett, right? We not talking about that. See what I'm saying? See, only if it works to their advantage. I wish they would have asked me about somebody I knew, because I probably would have been the one to put him in jail. I tell my friends, we good, we cool, but if you do something to innocent life, I'm gonna have to jump from the free throw line with your whole body and slam you in the trash. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not that type of person. Don't come to me if you in some mess and you didn't harm somebody. I'm not the one to come to. I'm probably the one that's gonna come get you. So they don't want to have the accountability, and this is somebody that y'all like, Hakeem Jeffrey. See, y'all don't like Donald Trump. Some of y'all mad at Donald Trump, got high blood pressure. But y'all ain't talking about no Stacey Plaskett, who was a House representative of a Democrat on the Democrat side, texting Jeffrey Epstein, got the text messages. Y'all don't care about her. Y'all only got high blood pressure for Donald J. Trump. And I told y'all, I'm across the board. Anybody that have done anything that have affected innocent children, I don't care who you is, you got to go in the trash. Now, some of y'all will buy, and there's some families out here. Y'all loved one that went out and hurt somebody. Y'all talk about everything else, but then when it's your family member that's out here doing dirt, y'all trying to support the wrongdoing. And that's where you gotta unbot yourself from all of this. You gotta unbot your brain. They all have some type of connection on both sides to this man, to this Jeffrey Epstein. Hey, look, when we come back, I want to talk about this situation in Charlotte. Nearly 100 arrested in Charlotte by Border Patrol. The ICE agents are outside with the immigration crackdown. I want to talk about this. Stay locked in.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Need a way to hype up your day?
This is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, you just won $5,000!
What would you do with $5,000?
That's free for a couple months.
Yes,
there you go.
Yes.
Y'all just made me happy.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Can we hold something?
Y'all holler back at y'all.
I got money now.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin always have the winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful, new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month, and get this, 0% interest for up to 6 years. That's like running a drive that keeps moving the chains with no penalties and no interest. And I can tell you from my experience, Pella windows actually stop the drafts. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, and a great monthly payment you can actually manage. That's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule your free consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30 of 2025.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
We believe that self-care isn't selfish. I'm Maddie from Sweet Talks, a women-owned and operated medical spa fostering self-love and confidence. We believe that beauty is about feeling empowered from within, and it's truly a passion for our team at Sweet Talks. Your goals are our goals. Our services go beyond injectables, including facials, lasers, medical weight loss, hormone therapy, and more. There's even a cafe, complimentary to all patients. Get started today at Sweet Talks in Menominee Falls. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Nearly 100 arrested by Border Patrol in Charlotte. They got the ICE agents moving around. They got the crackdown. I want to talk about this because there's something going on right here in the city. But let's head over to Charlotte and see what's going on. If you're watching through broadcast live.
This cell phone video captured the moment U.S. Border Patrol smashed Willie Aceituno's car window because he wouldn't open his door. Aceituno is a Honduran-born American citizen and was injured during his arrest. This is the second time in 10 minutes I was stopped, he says. He showed them identification, and they left.
Brandy, they're in our yard.
Just blocks away, a resident spotted agents moving in on her landscaping crew as they were putting up Christmas lights. No arrests were made. Commander Gregory Bovino is leading the crackdown after spearheading Border Patrol efforts in Chicago and Los Angeles. In a social media post, he said many of those arrested had criminal and immigration histories. In total nationwide, the Department of Homeland Security says more than 500,000 people have been arrested and deported during these operations. The federal agency says its intent is to ensure Americans are safe and remove threats. Today was the second day of protests over the immigration crackdown in Charlotte.
It's terrifying to pretty much know that at any moment a federal agent can just come out and abuse you just because of the way you look.
Hey. This is something that when Donald Trump came in, he said he was going to get rid of a lot of those people that came through, but innocent people do get trapped up in the process. Hopefully, they'll get this sorted out in a way where the people that are here righteously can continue to live. But this remind me of stop and frisk. Like, we got a lawsuit on the Milwaukee Police Department right now from stop and frisk, where they was walking up to black people, shaking them down, doing whatever they could. We had to put a lawsuit on the city of Milwaukee. This is what it reminds me of. But when you talk about open borders and allowing people to come here with no documentation, criminals and things like that, this was something that America overwhelmingly voted for off of Trump's agenda. Also, there was a protest right here in Milwaukee due to their building a new ICE facility. People were out there protesting. We got some video on this, people protesting the new ICE facility that they're trying to make right here in Milwaukee. If you're watching through broadcast live, we got video. Let's listen. You trying to still get it. But this is something that when you talk about the last administration and allowing a lot of these people, I'm not for people here being just walking through the border, just coming in. I'm not. I'm not with that. But for those that are here righteously, I'm hoping that they can not get caught up in what's happening right now. And millions came through that border. So, hey, I'm not against people looking for a better life. I'm not against that, but you got to go through the process. And that's it. I've been like that before. I've been like that for a long time. I'm not for all that extra, because when I was in Minnesota, I had to deal with people coming to me that didn't have no rights, and people was getting raped, and I was trying to help, and they was like, I was trying to call the police, and they was like, don't call the police because they here illegal. I'm like, what? How you somewhere and you don't got no rights? I never understood it. When I first was introduced to the idea of immigration, when I was living out in Minnesota. So I just, I figure, get the paperwork done. We got the protests of the new ICE facility right here in Milwaukee. They protest the agency. Let's listen.
ICE is not welcome in Milwaukee. ICE is not welcome in Wisconsin.
Today, dozens of protesters gathered outside the location of a planned immigration facility on Milwaukee's far northwest side. 12 News' Duke Carter spoke to people and city leaders who want to halt the project on Lake Park Drive, just east of I-41 near Bradley Road.
People picking with signs in hand Saturday in opposition of a federal immigration facility project in Milwaukee.
It's a system that is oppressive and it is unfair to immigrants and families.
Denise West traveled from Madison to make sure her voice was heard.
When you ask why am I out here, I'm a Christian, and it is part of my Christian faith to stand up for neighbors. And I'm really excited to get together with other people of faith, of any faith or no faith.
About 100 plus people are out here voicing their opinions, their opposition about the ICE facility built here.
And we will not allow you to turn our city into a place of fear and repression.
Alderwoman Larissa Taylor says the building's owner reached out in early December asking for her support to modify the building with a sally port and chain link fence to transport prisoners to and from the facility.
We are about uniting people, we are about keeping families together, and we are about growing our district and growing our city.
Taylor says ICE is using a federal exemption, allowing the agency to avoid city approval to modify the building to become a detention facility.
It's really
Hey, look, you're not going to stop the federal government agenda. You can't. You're not strong enough. And don't bump into them people. Don't bump into them agents. Because you may be, you're going to have some problems, and they can put you away for a minute for interfering, for obstruction. So I told my people to stay out of that mess, because you're going to be out there and you're going to think you're going to have that high blood pressure, and then you're going to be trying to want somebody to bail you out. They is not playing. They got the judge. They done got some politicians for trying to, bump in and interfere with this. No, you don't, if you're going to be out there, be at least 20 feet away. You can express how you feel about anything. But for all that hard confrontation, like you finna confront these folks, they gonna push their agenda. The city can't stop it. They gonna have their facilities up, because this is an agenda. This is what this is what they voted Donald Trump in. He wrote this all the way into the White House. This close the border, shut the border down situation. So, what you say? Okay, hold on, Andrew. Okay, that's right. I want to talk about this situation. Thank you for reminding me, Andrew. Volunteers dismissed from their duties after confronting suspected ICE agent at a Milwaukee nonprofit. Now, when I tell you, when you step into these folks' lane, it's going to be bad. So I want to talk about this volunteer that got dismissed from the duties after confronting an ICE agent at a Milwaukee nonprofit. Let's listen.
Are you allowed on the property anymore?
I don't know.
It's not a line I'm willing to cross.
After 2 years of volunteering at Milwaukee Urban Stables,
Being dismissed from your volunteer duties really means you don't have any business here.
Heather Asiyanbi says the nonprofit that combines the Milwaukee Police Department's mounted patrol horses with a mental wellness program for at-risk youth and veterans no longer wants her here.
We deal with kids who have various traumatic things, or just kids in general shouldn't see things like that.
It's because the last time Heather was here, on October 29th, she says she found these masked law enforcement officers staging in the parking lot.
It was shocking.
And told them to leave.
This very well could be the staging for an ICE raid. And so I said to him, you can't be here. Like, we do learning and therapy here.
Heather says she didn't see Immigration and Customs Enforcement or ICE on any of their uniforms, but she did observe agents wearing these vests that say ERO. It stands for Enforcement and Removal Operations, which is an ICE agency. It remains unclear why this group of officers was staged here, but Heather says they left within minutes at her request. Hours later, Heather tells me she received this email from the nonprofit's leader, saying her volunteer service with Milwaukee Urban Stables has ended.
She just said things to the effect of, you had no right to do that.
I requested an on-camera interview with Milwaukee Urban Stables leadership team. They declined. Instead, a public relations firm sent me a statement that says this was a one-time incident and occurred without the knowledge or permission of Milwaukee Urban Stables. It goes on to say, while the volunteer has a right to express their thoughts, those should have been first brought directly to staff members.
How did that make you feel?
It's very hard to stun me into speechlessness, but I was very nearly at that point, because how is it okay with you that this activity was taking place in this environment specifically?
All right.
Heather says she doesn't.
That's good. I heard enough. Get out, Like, you can't deal with the federal government like that. You're not that strong. You're not going to stop these people from doing what they came to do. Like, I tell people, move out the way. Because if they get you, look what she just lucky she got fired from the volunteer situation. And that she didn't touch nobody or get into a situation where she could have been in jail. Don't engage. That's what I'm gonna tell y'all. Don't engage in that. And that federal stuff is tough to get out of. You got to get a federal lawyer, all of that. That stuff is crazy. You see what happened to the judge? They don't even talk about the judge no more. That I'm trying to wait to her situation, see what they do with her situation. If they can get the judge, what do you think they're going to do to you? And you ain't even got as much money as the judge. Leave that stuff alone. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have a pop culture report. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Host an unforgettable outing and create special memories with your crew at a Milwaukee Bucks game. Groups of 10 or more can score ticket savings, block seating, and take part in special activities on game days. Showcase your team's talents on center court, score a high five from the pros, and more. There are great options for groups of all sizes. Start planning your ultimate Bucks basketball game day experience today at bucks.com/groups. That's bucks.com/groups.
You make time for everyone else. Family, work, everything in between. Now it's time to take care of you. If you're 45 to 64 and don't have insurance, or your plan doesn't cover screenings, you may qualify for free mammograms and Pap tests through the City of Milwaukee Health Department's Breast and Cervical Cancer Awareness Program. Call 414-286-2133 to see if you're eligible. Real self-care starts with your health, and early detection saves lives. Funded by Wisconsin Well Woman. Learn more at milwaukee.gov/wellwoman.
Today's College Month Spotlight on the award-winning 1017 The Truth is brought to you by Educators Credit Union, and now I am excited to be joined by Victor Frazier, Director of Community Engagement at Educators Credit Union. Victor, let's talk about scholarships. Now, I know Educators has a phenomenal scholarship for those here in southeastern Wisconsin. Can you talk about the scholarship?
Yeah, absolutely we do. We have a scholarship that's open to our members. The requirements are pretty easy. You just have to be a member for at least 1 year of Educators Credit Union, a 3.0 or better GPA, and then you have have to just write an essay about how you as a student have exemplified our core values of honesty, integrity, fairness, respect, or excellence. So you get to choose which one you want to write about, and then you just go ahead and submit it, and it's all through a portal right online, and it's very easy to make the application process.
That is great. And do we know how much these students can get awarded financially?
Yes, there's $2,000 scholarships available.
That
so
is
it's a pretty big scholarship out there.
That is a phenomenal tip. Lastly here, what is the final tips you would give to any student who is looking for additional funds to go to college and choosing what school they should go to?
Right. The scholarships, you got to apply, do some research. A lot of the students, I call them digital natives, right? They grew up with Google. Go out there and search a scholarship for the particular field that you're interested in. One of the things I tell students, because I know what they're thinking, scholarships. Ugh, I got to write that essay. I don't want to write that essay. I hate writing essays. Here's the thing, folks. Write 3 solid essays. Why you're a great student, how you're going to change the world, and why you're deserving of that scholarship money. You can recycle that for all the different scholarships you apply for. That's pretty much the 3 questions they're going to ask of you when you apply for a scholarship. So have those 3 essays ready to go, recycle them, and apply for as many scholarships. Because here's the thing, folks, that's free money. You don't have to pay that money back. We are insured by NCUA, and we do have membership eligibility requirements.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us here today, Victor.
Thank you very much for having me. Always a pleasure.
This has been your College Month Spotlight with Educators Credit Union right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Packers are preparing for a divisional showdown with the Vikings this weekend, a start to a gauntlet of games to end the season. Vikings at Packers begins Sunday at noon. The Milwaukee Bucks are without Giannis for at least 2 weeks as he sustained a minor groin injury. Bucks lost their game against the Cavs Monday, 118-106.
Milwaukee will drop their second consecutive game for the first time in a stretch where they have gone back and forth between wins and losses, 10 straight games, but now it is 2 straight losses with the daunting prospect of moving forward without Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Next matchup is against the 76ers tomorrow at 7. Marquette Golden Eagles face off against Dayton tonight at the Pfizer. Marquette currently sits at 3-2 on the year. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Pop culture report brought to you by Nas Spencer in studio. How you doing, Nas?
I'm good, man. How you been?
Hey,
it's been a minute.
Now Nas is a reporter. You do a lot of reporting for 620 WTMJ.
Yes, sir.
And you in for the pop culture report on the Tory Lowe Show.
Yes, sir.
Hey, salute.
Absolutely, man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to start this every week.
Hey, now, what's going on in these pop culture streets now? I've been waiting to say that all day.
Look, there's one I've been keeping my eyes on. There's a Chris Boyd for the New York Jets. He was out in the streets in New York the other day. He was with some young guys and started brawling, and I'm sitting here confused.
This is a former NFL player?
No, he's a current NFL star. I mean, he got shot brutally, and I mean, he was in critical condition. You know, this past week, I think it was early this week or maybe last week then.
Oh, the guy from the Jets.
Yes.
Okay.
So he got shot, and then, you know, the video is now circulating online, and he was just fighting them, and obviously it's going to end up.
Okay, but what is it, a brawl, like an after club type brawl, or?
I don't got details on that, but it looked like something like that. It looked like they got into it over something. But I'm looking, and I'm like, man, why are you out in the streets like that? You got a salary of over $1 million, you know?
Right. Yeah. Well, look at Antonio Brown.
Okay, yeah, that's a whole different story, but yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you know, he in trouble too. Yeah. He in trouble right now.
Right. Yeah. He's accused of murder, and I don't know. Chris Boyd, he looked like he just got into a fight, and obviously ended up one type of way out in the streets in New York. But that's one thing I was keeping my eyes on. His base salary of $1.1 million.
Wow.
$330,000.
And he resorted back to being from the block.
I guess so.
I mean, you would think that he would be like, okay, I'm out here, I'm in the NFL, which is Very few people make it all the way to the NFL.
Right.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's go home.
Let's
go play the game
you know what? It's time to roll.
Yeah.
But instead, he making headlines, got shot. Maybe in jeopardy of losing his career.
Hope not, man. That would suck. That would be very sad to see because it kind of ties it back a little bit.
And the Jets suck.
They suck, yeah.
Okay, so
he got an opportunity to play a little bit too.
But he's disposable though.
Yep. He got a 1-year contract.
Oh, now he's really disposable because he got shot.
Yep.
He was already on a 1-year contract.
Yep.
So that don't sound good for him.
See,
I hope he pulled through, but
yeah.
Why are you out here in these streets during these times? I tell people you got to be careful because a lot of people, even though they're arguing with you, they have difficulty living their lives. And you're an NFL player, at least you got money guaranteed. You're straight for at least a year from what it looked like.
Yeah. 1.4 million that he has on his contract for this year. So I think he's in critical condition still at the hospital there, but I think it was Bellevue Hospital out there in New York, but hopefully he pulls through. That's one of the topics that I wanted to hit on.
And was they trying to rob him, or was this something?
I think they just got into it over something.
Were they trying to snatch his chain? Was he out there did he look like he was a lick? Like, okay, we finna, you walking around here with all this bling on, you know what I mean? I'm finna try to get you.
Yeah, I think it was around that type of thing. I feel like I wouldn't say that it was all that, but I don't know all the specifics,
right.
But. I'm sure that he was out there at some club and got into it, started yapping at somebody.
Play the video again as we broadcast live, Andrew. I seen that they like somebody got in a taxi cab or something.
Yeah, somebody got in a taxi cab or something.
Was that his crew or
I have no idea.
Or was his crew the one that was swarming on?
It had to be somebody was fighting over something. Hopefully it wasn't.
Here we go. This is why I don't understand.
Yeah.
When you on the up and up, why would you go downhill?
Yeah, I don't get it.
I would think that, okay, well, I worked this hard to get somewhere. Why throw it all away?
Yeah.
We really don't know the circumstances, but it's just sad to see. And this is why I tell people, this is why I don't hang out.
Yeah.
Like, I like to be off to the side when I hang out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta watch you hang around these
days.
You do.
I mean, people are really looking at you like lunch right now.
Yeah, especially if you're in the NFL.
And look, let me tell you something. If you got money, like an NFL player, and they know all the chicks gonna be talking to you coming in and the lights out of your neck blinging, wearing that jewelry, and I don't know if this was the case, but I wonder how he took himself to a space where he was unprotected. Or he was around people that didn't take him to a space where he would be better protected due to what he do for his profession.
So currently, he still remains hospitalized. I think his teammates are starting to speak out about it a little bit. He played a little bit in Houston as well. So he probably Houston they moved to New York. Kind of the same thing, but a little bit more.
They may not got no money, but these young cats got switches. That's what I'm saying. They trying to take. That's a bad combination. If you got something and you're around people that don't, have it like that, many times you become a target.
You can't like that, especially when you got that money lined up in all his career. He's 29 years old. He's not in his prime, really, per se, and for being a player. He's still in the NFL. That shows that he can still play.
Okay, well, keep us up to date on this situation. This is something that I tell the young people around me. When you work hard to get somewhere, as soon as you get there, you got to know when to sit down. You got to know how to pick and choose how you go out to protect yourself.
Mm-hmm. And the Jets head coach, Aaron Glenn, actually just said that he's in good spirits while recovering. So that's good to hear. He just said that about around this hour or so. Yeah, he's in good spirits. Hopefully he pulls through, but maybe it's a lesson learned a little bit,
Well, Nicki Minaj is making news right now. She spoke out at the UN against Christians being killed in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm. Speaking up for her own country, I think, and
Is she from Nigeria?
I think she's from that,
Trinidad or
something like that.
Where is that at?
Trinidad, I think it's in that area.
Nigeria?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I know she says she's her roots are from another, like around that, I think Trinidad or somewhere.
Yep. Yeah, she's from that area, and then I'm sure Nigeria is in that.
Yeah, Trinidad is in the Caribbean or somewhere.
Yeah, Trinidad's over there.
Nowhere near Nigeria, I guess.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly. maybe her people are over there, but I'm not sure. But that's an interesting topic.
Yeah, she's not American, but she's over there hanging out, talking to the UN. A lot of people was like, she shouldn't be doing that because Trump was associated with it.
Yeah, and a lot of people not happy about that. But a lot of people are saying also, like, good for her. She's speaking out for her people, like more people should be or something like that. Then you got other people saying, like, she's canceled for it. So
well, they didn't cancel Glorilla and Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion for coming right here to Milwaukee.
It's true.
Popping it on stage, popping it in front of the voters.
Yeah, damn. And cancel Snoop Dogg for going to rap at Trump's party or something like that. Or
Snoop Dogg got paid.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg got paid.
You know, Snoop Dogg about that money.
Yeah.
If you got a bag for Snoop, he coming.
Yep, every time.
And he said he was going to get anybody that went and did what he did.
Uh-huh.
He said anybody that performed for Trump is all these names, and then he was the first one they called, and he bow, wow, wow, yippee, yo, yippee, yay, hey.
He was happy to
where
do
the
it,
money?
too.
Must be the money. Hey, but we got some video of this, if you watch this, we broadcast live, of Nicki Minaj talking to the UN. Let's listen.
Well, thank you, Ambassador Waltz, for this invitation. It is an honor to stand on this stage with you and the other distinguished speakers here today to shine a spotlight on the deadly threat faced by thousands of Christians in Nigeria. I would like to thank President Trump for prioritizing this issue and for his leadership on the global stage in calling for urgent action to defend Christians in Nigeria, to combat extremism, and to bring a stop to violence against those who simply want to exercise their natural right to freedom of religion or belief. I stand here as a proud New Yorker with a deep sense of gratitude that we live in a country where we can freely and safely worship God regardless of one's creed, background, or politics. No group should ever be persecuted for practicing their religion, like I recently stated on social media. And we don't have to share the same belief.
All right. She read her script better than Cardi B.
yeah.
That's I'll say that. Give her a ding. You know, she read her script.
She felt you could feel like she meant it too. You know,
better than what Cardi did when she came to Milwaukee.
Right. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. That was a little rough, but
what I'm saying is, these celebrities are choosing sides.
Yeah.
You know, according to, I don't know if she got a few dollars for it or not. But what I'm saying is, you see more celebrities taking, they position in these political arenas.
Yeah.
And if you doing it for Trump, you getting canceled. But if you popping it over here for Kamala Harris in front of the, out there at State Fair somewhere, it's all Gucci. I'm just trying to figure this out. Bots. It's bots everywhere.
Yeah, Nicki was doing it for, I guess, I know Trinidad's nowhere near Nigeria, but it's still a good cause that she's kind of happy about, and
that's right. Papa Hun in the chat says, don't forget Trump let Wayne out and Nicki rides for Wayne.
That's true.
Trump did get Wayne out of that situation.
That's true. Got Kodak out too.
Okay, thanks for bringing that up, Papa in the chat. I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
So that could be, Trump could be on Young Money. Trump could be an honorary member of Young Money.
I am. I love me some Wayne, so I can't really speak too much into it, but I love me some Wayne, man. That's the GOAT to me.
Well, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after. An in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. If you missed any of the game or just want to relive the biggest moments, Bucks in 6 provides game recaps every morning after. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis or the deep threes from Miles Turner. And catch the comments post-game about what happened on the court. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Ready to watch the Packers like a VIP? Cousins Subs put you in the center of it all on the 50-yard line in plush recliner seats, complete with personal TVs and your favorites delivered from Cousins Subs. 2 pairs of fans are selected before each regular season home game to enjoy this one-of-a-kind experience. Enter daily to win the best seats in the house, only from Cousins Subs. Cousins Subs. We believe in better. See rules and eligibility for details.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Your home has been working hard for you. Now it's time to let it work a little harder. With a home equity line of credit from Brewery Credit Union, you can turn the equity you've built into smart solutions. Pay off high-interest debt, remodel your kitchen, or take care of life's unexpected expenses with flexible access to funds when you need them. Apply today and put your home's value to work for you. Visit brewerycu.com or stop by Brewery Credit Union. Equal housing lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, the Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We got Nas in studio for the Pop Culture Report. Now, Nas, I wanted to talk to you about this because I'm wondering, are you feeling the love? I'm wondering, are you feeling this? I'm trying to get some information here because I seen a post where they said cuddling and or being loved can literally change your gene expression, activating repair genes and turning off genes linked to chronic disease.
It's a bit... I don't know who's
cuddling.
Who's running these stats?
I don't know, but I need to cuddle today. I need to cuddle today.
Sound like it clean up a lot of stuff.
Hold on, if this can activate gene repair and turning off genes linked to chronic disease,
you might as well cuddle for life.
You might as well cuddle every time you get a chance.
You might as well cuddle however much you want. I mean, that's the.
How you getting your cuddles in, Nas? I mean, what's going on?
I gotta go get some in, man.
Man, I mean, I didn't know it was that powerful.
I ain't been on the.
This is what they saying. This is what they saying about the study. The study is revealing that cuddling has a health.
Now, do you gotta have like a blanket on?
Improves the health.
You gotta have like a blanket on with it, or you just gotta cuddle?
You just gotta have somebody you like. I guess that you gotta like them.
You gotta like them, like
you gotta have feelings for the person when they cuddling you. You know,
right?
That's because it says cuddling or being loved.
What if I like cuddle with like my dog or something like that? Like
I don't know if they. I mean, maybe. I mean, it could work. I don't know because they got It's kind of therapeutic when you talk about animals.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
It is therapeutic.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that having an animal is therapy as well.
Yeah, they got all these type of stats on animals. They should have added that one with it.
But no, I don't know if this the kind of cuddling you trying to do with the dog. Maybe your man's best friend type stuff.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
But I don't know if this is that.
Okay, a little bit different. Yeah,
this might be a little different. Hey, Andrew. Is it cuddling? They're saying that it has some health benefits.
You know I'm a big cuddler, Tory.
Yeah. So do you believe in cuddling?
Oh, I 100% believe in cuddling.
Okay.
What'd you say today before we came on air? You talked about getting fed, and you talked about showing love.
With Rhea. Yeah, Rhea was talking about making sandwiches.
I love a good food and a little cuddle.
Yeah, a little cuddling. Food and cuddling. I said men are simple.
I like cuddling a movie. That's all I need.
Cuddling and chill.
Yeah. You don't need the Netflix. Yeah, exactly.
You don't even have to watch Netflix.
No, you just watch HBO. Watch YouTube. Cuddle.
Watch your Packer game.
Watch some highlights from the game last night.
Listen to the Tory Lowe show. I'll say this. Every day I'm seeing things simple things that are helping improve health.
Right. Like cuddling, though.
Well, I got to get me a cuddle buddy.
I might have to get a chart or something, see if it help me. Maybe day by day, I'm gonna go cuddle and then see if it works. See if it make me energized and healthier.
Look, let me tell you something. I when I see these statistics, because a lot of times all you need is to eat the right herbs.
Right.
And have a little love in your life, and you can live long.
Yeah, eat some broccoli, and usually that's how.
But they don't tell you that when you go to the doctor and get the checkup.
Yeah, they don't tell you about cuddling.
They don't throw that in there.
Yeah, especially they don't be doing that.
They're not trying to hurt your feelings.
No, let me tell you something. I'm gonna try. I gotta start scheduling in my schedule some cuddle time.
Oh, like an hour,
something,
hour, 2 hours,
something.
Does it have a limit?
No, it just says you just gotta be involved. You just gotta.
30 minutes a day?
Yeah, you just got to, have something on a consistent routine, because if it's activating repair genes.
Wow.
That's powerful.
That's powerful. Wow.
They saying it activates repair genes and turn off genes linked to chronic disease. Most people die from chronic disease. They need a little bit more love in their life. They need a little bit more cuddling in their life. I didn't know it was that simple.
Man, maybe to keep those boys out from fighting Chris Boyd out in the streets. Maybe they need a little cuddle time with some girls or something like that.
I don't know.
No, you don't think so?
No, I'm just saying, this is just interesting.
So now I'm going to go to the doctor. He's going to say, you're overweight, you're stressed out, and you're lonely.
Oh, wow.
That's what I'm saying. He's trying not to hurt my feelings.
Well, I'm going to say this. I don't need a doctor to help me with this.
Need a love doctor.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Look, okay, Tory, I'm going to run something by you real quick.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
So Cam Newton had on Mario a few weeks ago on his podcast, okay? And they were going over singers and who can really sing and who can't sing. Mm-hmm. I want to get your opinion on these because Mario can sing, okay?
Right. He had the verses.
Right, he had the verses. He can sing.
Yeah,
he can actually sing. You know what I'm saying? But it was some people he was kind of sketched out about, can Amarion sing? I'm gonna name my name. You think Amarion can sing? Sing or sing?
Amarion?
No.
I'm just going by the verses.
Okay. Now,
I gotta go by that last verses.
Okay.
Because I really didn't know he couldn't sing.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
I knew he could dance, but
right.
The vocals need work.
Bryson Tiller.
I think he can sing.
You think he can sing?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it gets a little shaky here. Jacquees. You think Jacquees can
I think he's very popular.
Yeah.
Due to his songs.
Yeah.
But live, he might sound like Fetty Wap.
I like that. I like that take. Now, we go to The Weeknd.
I think he can sing.
He can sing. I think he can sing.
He sung at the Super Bowl.
He ain't I like the Super Bowl.
No, I'm talking about he sung at the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said it sucked. I was like,
it did kind of suck.
It was all right, yeah.
I didn't like the whole aesthetic.
Yeah, it was too much for me. It's too much of a weekend.
And it was too artsy and it was too much to try to pack in.
Yeah.
at a live Super Bowl. Like, if he had a video, I think what was going on in his mind was the video.
That's true. Well, it was COVID at the time, so it had to be like some type of form of video.
Right, but what I'm saying is it's different between shooting a video where they could go edit it and then doing it live at the Super Bowl and try to create it in a space where all the cameras is moving and things like that.
I get what you mean. Now, Usher.
I think Usher can sing.
Okay.
He did Vegas.
He did do Vegas.
You can't if you doing Vegas, you can sing.
Okay. Okay. Chris Brown.
I think Chris Brown can sing.
I've been to a Chris Brown. I went to Chris Brown's concert in August. He can sing.
Yeah, I believe Chris Brown can sing. Yeah, so I'm right on. I'm kind of got a streak going. I got.
Yeah, and finally, it was just Mario then. But that was the list. I think he was a little shaky on Bryson Tiller and Jacquees. He said he don't know if they can really. Well, he didn't say it. He was kind of trying to avoid it. But me, I'm thinking, I don't know if Jacquees can really sing like that, man.
Well, I think Jacquees got a hood vibe to him, and I think that he knows how to get in the studio.
Yeah.
I think some people like Nelly. Like Nelly got harmony, but if you listen to him live, you don't hear it.
Yeah, that's fair.
He was one of those people that was studio harmony.
Mm.
But if he get live, he got to yell and all of that stuff. So I like Nelly though, but when you hear him live, his music is not exactly the same.
Right. Yeah. Those are the. He's a little unsure about Omarion and Bryson Tiller and Jacquees. He believes Chris Brown, The Weeknd, Usher can sing them.
I believe they can sing too.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of people. I came up through church.
Right. Yeah. Like they can sing, but they can't sing. That's what he's saying.
No, what I'm saying is, it's. Do you think T-Pain can sing?
Oh yeah, I think without auto-tune, he absolutely. I've heard him sing
without auto-tune.
Without auto-tune,
but I believe he started taking vocal classes.
Okay.
And I believe that he started to work on his craft.
Yeah.
Because people was teasing him about the auto-tune.
Yeah.
So I believe when he came back and did the Tiny Desk.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
He was trying to show, boom, I got it together now.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came on The Masked Singer.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was on The Masked Singer.
Yeah.
So you can't do those shows unless you know how to sing. So
yeah. And then another one I think was Jason Derulo. I was seeing in the comments, Jason Derulo, can he sing?
I don't know.
I heard some. I hear some remixes that he be trying to do. I don't know if he can really sing.
I don't know about these singers because sometimes the studio now they got AI now. Yeah. Anybody can sing.
That's true. You can do a lot of things with the vocals now.
It's always been going on.
Yeah.
But I think now that with AI, anybody can make an album right now.
Tory Lowe,
you can make an album right now in like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
with AI.
Yeah, those. My favorite on that list is Chris Brown. So I think he's the best singer on that list. But that's all I got for the pop culture.
Josh says, Jacquees is a struggle singer.
That I'm telling you, every time he sings, it sounds like it sounds like it hurts.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if I'm tripping, but I think I got somebody on my side.
But he got some joints.
He do, yeah. He got, yeah.
Like we like him here in Milwaukee. He came to Milwaukee, something happened to him at the airport.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Something went down at the airport, but they like him here.
Yeah,
Jacquees.
Yeah, I mean he got some hits. It's just when can he sing? You know what I mean? Like the guys that we just mentioned. So,
all right, well. Thank you for the pop culture report, Nye.
Of course, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to open up the lines. I got a question for Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
It's College Month on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, and we want to help your young scholar get those free scholarship dollars. All month long, we'll be highlighting local organizations who help students find thousands of dollars in scholarships each year. So be sure to tune in to 1017 The Truth's College Month so you can learn how your scholar can get those scholarship dollars. College Month on The Truth is sponsored by Marquette University and Educators Credit Union. On Tuesday night, the Milwaukee Panthers return home to take on the Dominican University Stars.
Jovanovic free throw line. Backs down DeVries with a left-hand dribble. Feeds, fires, and scores. Hubbard as well on the floor. Aguilar in. Bulldog scoops and scores. Two tough ones for Amar Aguilar.
Scott Warris has the coverage Tuesday starting at 5:30 on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 6 o'clock. Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
A talk
It's called the Senate Civil Suits for Unauthorized Data Seizures. And the continuing resolution that had to be voted on in order to open the government authorizes U.S. senators to file civil lawsuits against the U.S. government, including the Department of Justice, for up to $500,000 in damages per violation if federal law enforcement seizes or subpoenas their phone or other data without prior notification. Hold on, wait a minute. If you have been accused of a crime and there's evidence and probable cause, and the federal government or any investigating agency gets a warrant from a judge to seize your cell phone records, there's nothing you can do about that.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon. Catch it live on YouTube or tune in to 1017 The Truth.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a bright, focused foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Associated Bank. Your money works here. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Democrats have a slight edge heading into next year's midterm elections. According to a national poll from the Marquette University Law School, 49% of registered voters expect to vote for a Democrat, while 44% expect to vote for a Republican in congressional elections. Inflation remains the number one concern for voters. The poll also shows wide disapproval of President Trump's handling of the government shutdown, but strong support for his approach to the Israel-Hamas ceasefire. And on the health care, most Americans support extending tax credits for insurance coverage. Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson vetoed several proposed amendments to his 2026 budget. The amendments vetoed include extra money to replace aging Milwaukee fire equipment, a 1% residency incentive increase for city employees, expanded Sunday library hours, and a plan to make the Office of Community Wellness and Safety its own city department. Mayor Johnson says the measures would increase the burden felt by Milwaukee taxpayers. The budget now goes back to the Common Council, which could vote next week to override or sustain the vetoes. Some Wisconsin residents will see their gas and electric bills go up over the next 2 years. The Public Service Commission approving a $300 million rate hike for Alliant Energy and XL Energy. WISP Politics reports starting in 2027, the average XL customer will see an increase around $32 a month, while Alliant customers will see their monthly bill go up about $18. Last year, the Public Service Commission approved a $550 million rate increase for We Energies. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I want to talk about this story. It's been going viral. Online. Chicago police have launched an investigation after a viral video showed a woman and her 2 children being brutally attacked by a group of students. Now, somebody brought this story to my attention yesterday. And this was just a crazy thing to see. They got video where the kids was following this woman and her two kids walking down the street. These were like I would say like elementary, I would think, like young kids. And the kids from Chicago beat the woman and her kids. Many times when I see videos like this, it just hurts my heart to see that children can be so nasty. And this was a mother that had some kind of disability as well. And she was just trying to walk her kids home. And this video has been going viral on social media. People are starting to track down the kids and their parents. We got some video of this if you're watching this rebroadcast live, what went down in Chicago. A mother and their two children, or two small children, were beaten by a group of students. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, we got video. Let's listen.
Police are investigating a brutal attack on a mother and her children near a Southside school. This happened yesterday afternoon near 106th and Bensley. That's right down the street from Orville T. Bright Elementary School. Video shared tens of thousands of times on Facebook shows this attack, and you can see that woman being punched and eventually falling to the ground, and that's when the assault turns even more violent. We've frozen the video here because it's too graphic after this point. We've also blurred the faces of the people involved because they're minors and no charges have been filed. Police say the woman and a 9-year-old boy went to the hospital in serious condition. Word of the attack spread quickly on social media and led to a big crowd gathering outside the school this morning demanding answers and justice. We've reached out to CPS for comments on this.
Wow. I'll say this. When I look at the video, somebody thought it was happening right here in Milwaukee, so I was tagged in it. Then I saw some of my advocate friends that helped me out with what was going on out there in Iowa County with the boy that got jumped in the barn, because, you know, I deal with my brothers that's on the front lines in almost every state. We all know each other. So I saw that some of the advocates over there in Chicago was dealing with the situation. But I got a question. Because these were young children. Had to be middle school, elementary school age. Like, had to be just these are not even high school kids. I want to know, where is the responsibility of the parents when their child gets out here and causes great bodily harm and injury to somebody? How should that be treated? Should the parent be involved due to the child's behavior? I mean, it's just this whole year dealing with the youth and parents, and we got to kind of be held kind of responsible for our child. Not kind of, but if it's great injury and harm, where do we stand with that? Where do we stand with that? If your child goes out here, and these are like little children, like elementary, middle school age. If your child gets out here and creates injury and great bodily harm to someone, should the parent be brought up on some type of citation or something? I don't know. (833-212-1017). Let's run this video back. Do we have the raw video? Or just some kind of video of the incident for those that are tuning in to the show as we broadcast live? This woman seemed to have some type of disability to me. And she was just walking with her two children. And to me, when I first saw the video, she looked like one of the students, but then I realized that was a mother and her children. and she was severely brutalized by these young teens, young kids in Chicago. I got a question, Truth Nation. Should parents be held criminally responsible for their children if they go out here and cause bodily harm, injury, or death? You know what I mean? Intentionally to someone. 833-212-1017. Look at this. Somebody look at this. And this is redacted. This is blurred out. But it's the little baby. They beat the little babies too. This is where I say, now, as parents, I mean, if you got some minions out here, you letting our minions out here into the world, I hate to say it, but this is nasty. This is despicable. The mother was 33 years old that was involved in this. They didn't even have any remorse or empathy for the babies that she had. 833-212-1017. Should parents be... We had this conversation with the school shooting where the lady got held accountable in Minnesota for her child going up to the school and shooting at the school. You can't be releasing with the little demons out there in the public. I mean, something got to happen. I'm not trying to say that all parents is raising things like what I'm seeing on this video, but some are. We got Tracy on the lines. How you doing, Tracy?
Hi, I'm okay. You know that mother just got out the hospital and she has sickle cell and she's pregnant.
Right. Yeah.
And I think the parents, I don't know if I should necessarily say the parents should be held. I think the kids need to take accountability for their actions.
I agree. And what I'm saying is, you're right. Hold on. Let's keep her for a second, because I want to answer a question. I want to talk to her right quick. Tracy, I hear what you're saying, but sometimes when kids get in trouble due to the system, they it's no real laws on dealing with young people. They get multiple chances. You know what I mean?
Right. That's why they need to come up with something more stricter for them, because they know they're going to get away with it. I think that the kids need to be held accountable. Yes, the parents too, because on Facebook, some of the parents are supporting what their kids did.
Right. And that's I was going to get to that. I saw multiple videos of parents trying to, I think that they were trying to avoid the backlash because it's getting uncomfortable around this situation. And they were putting out their children on live to apologize, but I think it was because of the backlash from the video. But what I'm saying is, how much responsibility do parents have when things like this happen?
I think that the parents should take some of the responsibility, but I think that we need to come up with something for these kids. Because some parents, you can't control what your kids are doing when they're not around you.
Hey,
you can't control. I mean, the parents sent the kid to school not knowing the kid was going to do this crap.
All right.
You don't know. I have 10 of them.
I'll say you got parents that you're right. I think there's one side. I think there's multiple sides to that. I think that you got some parents that they're doing the best that they can, but then you got some parents that's out here, they probably shouldn't have children. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. 833-212-1017. Question of the day: should parents be held accountable if their child gets out here and creates physical harm, injury, or death to someone? We got Brian on the lines. Brian.
Yeah, I do think parents should be held accountable. That video is egregious. But the bottom line is you have no perfect parents. You got parents that weren't raised right themselves, so they're going to have flaws. So obviously their children are going to have flaws. But as far as being held accountable, you still got to be held accountable. I mean, when my son knocked down that pole on Fairmount and Sherman, I had to pay $4,500 for that.
Right.
So I was accountable for that, knocking down a light pole. So that's what courts normally do, financial concerns. When it comes to something physical or something like that, or something morality, I think the only place they could have some type of adjudication is in a civil court. So I think parents should be held if their child does something,
pay restitution or something.
Got to pay restitution and apologies, all of that.
All right, Brian. Hey, look, when we come back, we got Al on the lines. We got some chat. We got some talk to text. We're going to try to get to it all when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com. 101.7 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, 4 lucky businesses will win an opportunity for a monthly spotlight interview. Yes, you will win 3 interviews on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. To sign up for your business's chance to be highlighted on The Truth for 3 months, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That is blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank member FDIC.
It's 101.7 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin always have the winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful, new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month, and get this, 0% interest for up to 6 years. That's like running a drive that keeps moving the chains with no penalties and no interest. And I can tell you from my experience, Pella Windows actually stop the drafts. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, and a great monthly payment you can actually manage. That's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule your free consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30 of 2025.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
Life's better with American Family Insurance, because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We've been talking about this situation that happened in Chicago. Now, all year, we've been having this conversation about parents, their children, their behavior. This video is egregious to me when you see the children attack this mother who is pregnant and the babies. And then I saw a video of parents trying to, I believe, due to the pressure of the community coming out and standing against this type of behavior, they're making these videos trying to apologize and things like that, because they're many times when situations escalate like this, you get the wrong type of attention coming toward you because you put out the wrong type of energy in the universe. But the question of the day is, how should the parents be handled when their children go out and do things like this? These are elementary. I don't know exactly, but these were little young kids, elementary, middle school age to me. How responsible are the parents in this situation? We got Al on the lines. How you doing, Al?
I'm doing wonderful. You have a legal guardian until you are 18 years old. See, this is what happened when you worry about CPS raising your household. Because I can guarantee if them kids was getting their ass beat on a regular basis with love, there'll be 3.0 students. And any mother and any parent would not be making no example, because if the shoe was on the other foot, she'll be calling Pookie, Ray, the whole block coming with butcher knives and all that yelling with them 1-inch ponytails. They should be held fully accountable. You have a legal guardian until you are 18, and that's from the lack of home training and getting that ass beat. Because all the people who are always worried about CPS, their kids is bad as hell, and that's why don't nobody want to watch them nor care for them. Point blank, period. Have a good day.
And I'll say this. We talk about people who have children, but they're not parents. We talk about parents. I don't think we're talking about real parenting right now. I think we're talking about the result of maybe the lack of parenting. This is what this is. And I think that people try to mix it. They try to throw everything in one pile. But we got to come to the grips that it's people out there that's out here doing things with the kids, trying to be the buddy parent and just letting their kids listen to this and that and, arguing and fighting. I see it all the time. And the kid is taking that behavior out in the streets. And I'm not saying good parents can't have no bad kids. And I'm not saying bad parents can't have no good kids. But I do see parents setting bad examples for children. Then they get out there and do something, and they always crying out, I don't know how that happened. I don't know why that baby was acting like that. No, because they came out the house with the impulsive, emotional behavior. Because that's what they seeing around the house. That's happening too. It's not just one way. It's multiple ideas going on in our communities. But the kids that are coming out the house, not being properly parented, trained, what are you going to do about that? What's going on, Andrew?
So an update to the story, Tory, this happened outside an elementary school, so that gives an idea of the age. Why was the mother in that situation? Well, it's because her son allegedly was being bullied for up to 2 years. She says the administration didn't do anything, so she was there to walk her son home from school, and this is when she got jumped by these kids.
This is what I'm saying. Because they was calling her Shamar, like this social media presence. For those who know who Shamar is, that's what they was calling the mom in the video. So it goes to show that the parents are letting these kids look at the ratchetness online, because Shamar is ratchet. He or she, I don't know. I think he both ways. Or I really don't know what Shamar is. If y'all know what Shamar is, let me know what's going on in the chat. Somebody tell me exactly what Shamar or what you perceive Shamar to be. But Shamar was here in Milwaukee for a Pop the Balloon type event with Big Mike time. I think he brought him here. So what I'm saying is, if these kids was screaming Shamar and doing this, that means that they are allowed to watch things on YouTube or on social media that has a lot of ratchetness. Yeah, Shamar has disabilities, but I'm talking about what he represents online. Shamar, I'm talking about he's famous for what? I know he has disabilities, but when you watch Shamar, what kind of content are you looking for? Because I think it's drama-fied type content. That's all. I mean, I understand Shamar has disabilities and things like that, but what he represents online, that's what I'm saying. Because the kids were saying his name in the video, referring to the mother. Okay, so that means that these kids have access to ratchetness. Because whether he's disabled or not, that's what he represents. Huh? Yeah, Shamar, but I'm talking about he dates men and women. I'm talking about when he was on the Pop the Balloon. Okay, he's into that lane. He's very they follow him because of his erratic behavior, things like that. So he's famous for that ratchet, sporadic type behavior. So if the kids are able to have access to this type of behavior, no wonder they acting out like this. (833-212-1017). Talk to text 833-212-1017. 6879 says, I agree. Some parents have no business raising kids. In these videos, there are no men shown. Gregory in the chat, Gregory in the chat says, restitution is not guaranteed. Okay, well, if the kids cause great injury and even death, then what is that? Or if they do get restitution from the parents, their checks will get garnished. I mean, they may not get the restitution out front, but all the medical bills should be on these parents for those that are responsible. Like, you ain't got to pay it, but in the long run, when you get your income taxes, when you get a job, you're gonna feel the consequences. Even if you don't believe the parents should go to jail. Most people would believe that restitution from the injury should be their responsibility for their child's behavior. Most people would agree with that. 833-212-1017. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have more discussion, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Wisconsin winters can be tough, and so are higher energy bills. The Community Advocates Milwaukee County Energy Assistance Program is ready to help you. Eligible Milwaukee County residents can receive help with their energy bills and weatherization benefits to keep you warm and help you manage your heating and electric bills. Schedule your personal appointment at keepwarmmke.org or call 414-270-4653. For more details about locations and hours of operation, go to communityadvocates.net. This program is administered by the State of Wisconsin Department of Administration.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
Today's College Month Spotlight is brought to you by Marquette University, and now I am so excited to be joined by Kennedy Luckett, a sophomore at Marquette University who is the first recipient of the prestigious Way Scholars Program. Let's get right into it, though, Kennedy. You are the first ever Way Scholar. Can you talk about your whole experience of getting that award on live TV on the Today Show?
It was a surprise, like it was supposed to be. I didn't know what was going on or what I was being necessarily interviewed for.
Oh.
I got told like I was moving to the next round, did like an on-screen interview, which they liked that too. And then they were like, okay, hey. And then they flew me out to New York. They told me D-Wade was there, but like I wasn't going to be able to meet him. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I come out behind the stage and he's saying my name sitting on the couch. And I was like, oh, I was tricked. I am going to meet him. That was super cool. And then I was presented with the award. So that was super cool.
That is very, very cool. Now, Kennedy, what makes Marquette so fun and appealing to you?
The community and the different things that I'm able to do. And also, like I said, like walking around campus, that's always just the best part for me. I'm a part of the Marquette Filmmakers Club, so they just make student films and stuff like that. I'm also a part of The Wire now. I'm in the process of creating my own TV show, so that's super fun.
Love that.
That's actually super exciting. You can do what you want there. If you ask somebody, you can do it.
Now, how has Marquette prepared you for your future?
Marquette has given me the opportunity to do the things I want to do, career focus. So I am double majoring in psychology and digital media. So right now I'm in a research program. Marquette gave me all that information before I even accepted my admissions about research opportunities I could do. So I hopped on that my first year. Also, with making this TV show, I want to be a showrunner and a director. I'm getting experience with all the stuff I want to do now. So by the time I'm graduated, I have some really nice footing to be able to do what I want to do.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Packers are preparing for a divisional showdown with the Vikings this weekend, a start to a gauntlet of games to end the season. Vikings at Packers begin Sunday at noon. The Milwaukee Bucks are without Giannis for at least 2 weeks as he sustained a minor groin injury. Bucks lost their game against the Cavs Monday, 118-106.
Milwaukee will drop their second consecutive game for the first time in a stretch where they have gone back and forth between wins and losses, 10 straight games, but now it is 2 straight losses with the daunting prospect of moving forward without Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Next matchup is against the 76ers tomorrow at 7. Marquette Golden Eagles face off against Dayton tonight at the Pfizer. Marquette currently sits at 3-2 on the year. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We got the lines open. We're talking about a situation down in Chicago by an elementary school where a mother and her children is going viral after a video showed the family being brutally attacked by a group of students. If you want to chime in on that, if you've seen it online, the question of the day is how should parents be held accountable for the actions of their children, especially in elementary school, that young, acting this way? People are raising eyebrows. People want answers. People want something done in Chicago. They are outside the school protesting this incident, terrible incident. We got White Widow on the lines. White Widow.
Good afternoon, Tory.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Widow?
I'm doing okay. We have to look at ourselves. Yes, there are parents out there that really should never have children. And, quite frankly, when I was coming up to get out of the house, we had a kid, 16, 15, and they were locked down the guy who was never going to come around again. But the fact of the matter is we have good parents out there who are trying their best. They're busting a grape. They're working 12-hour days, 6 days a week. and they're still not making their bills. When are we going to show that the fact of the matter is the cost of even living in this country anymore has become outrageous and we're going without? When we have a government who uses health care and food as a bargaining tool amongst the powers, it's not a good light when other countries look at us. So these parents, as much as they try, can't physically be there. The most important thing is the one-on-one, looking in your child's eyes. My mom always said, "Let me see your eyes," and she could tell in a New York minute if I was lying. And that's the sad thing about it. Society is pulling our kids in every which direction, and our parents are not allowed to be there. They can't be there. Bus drivers working 12-hour shifts. One young man, he said, "I got 4 kids. I had to miss 3 of their birthday parties so far." So when are we going to get back to the fact that our people are doing their best? The majority of the parents are doing the best.
Mm-hmm.
But yet we still allow these situations out there. Wisconsin hasn't raised the minimum wage ever. It's still 7-something. You can't get an expungement unless you're under 25. So now these predominantly, I just found that out. In Illinois, you can have your CCAP removed from public. All the charges where you weren't convicted. That isn't in Wisconsin. So when you say it's a bad state to raise a black person, a man, you're right. Because you can go to Illinois and you can have every charge that wasn't convicted never shown to the world. Try to get a job when you got 3 CCAPs there. Charge, no conviction. Charge, no conviction. You know what that employer is going to say. Right. Well, they got off the hook. Yeah, we are burying our youth. We are burying our black men, and we're in a state where you're right. It's one of the worst ones to be black. This state does not forgive. You are better off, and you can get a felony pardon, but you can't get a misdemeanor off your record.
Oh, wow. And you know, White Widow get out there with that paperwork, and she have helped many to get pardoned. So she is somebody that's definitely understanding a lot of these systems, and I appreciate White Widow for what she's doing for a lot of people who she have helped assist, that I personally know that she have done with these pardons. So that's tough. That's tough. But I want to go to this story where this happened at Hamilton High School. Parents demand transparency after a teen charged with school shooting threat. This happened at right here in the city at Hamilton High. Parents want somebody held accountable. They want transparency. We got video if you're watching as we broadcast live. Let's listen.
I feel like I failed my children, letting them go to this district now.
That's Rose Torres. She reached out to us at TMJ4 asking for help because she says she felt blindsided.
Because they kept us in the dark.
She says she learned a teen was charged with threatening a school shooting days before the Hamilton School District told families.
I'm your Waukesha County reporter Kaylee Starla in Sussex, and we're going to a school board meeting where others are going to speak out.
This kind of stuff can't continue. It can't.
So what happened?
Prosecutors say 17-year-old Nolan Dwyer is a student at a different school here in Pewaukee, CESA. Court documents show that he said if he was ever sent back to his old district, he would, quote, shoot up the school, referring to Hamilton High School and even making gunshot noises. So yeah, the Waukesha County Sheriff showed up, arrested him, and then he was charged a day later with making terrorist threats. So let's backtrack. Court records show the teen made those threats Wednesday, November 12th. He was then charged on Thursday, November 13th. And then Hamilton parents say they received an email from the district Monday, November 17th, letting them know what had happened.
You might as well gave me a coloring book this morning versus that email.
In that email sent Monday morning, the district superintendent said the student does not attend Hamilton, calling this the first time they've handled a, quote, off-site threat. He added there was no imminent threat, and the sheriff never advised lockdowns or schedule changes.
But that's not enough for some parents.
We say that the safety of our students is paramount, but it's not evidence.
We know that that teen has since posted bond and is due back in court on December 15th.
And it scares me. I have 3 kids in this district. To send them and not know that when a credible threat, so much so that charges were filed in district court.
Oh, wow.
And this individual's not any monitoring, wasn't taken so seriously that parents were notified immediately. That's terrifying.
So as parents call for more transparency, the district tells us the Waukesha County Sheriff will have an increased presence at school this week.
All right. Well, I'll say this. I heard about that. It was kind of people that were involved with the Hamilton High School situation, they was making posts about there was a possible threat. Now, how it was handled, this is where people want transparency. They said if this was serious enough to put some charges out there, what happened? They don't want this to be tucked under a rug. They want transparency. And many times when you talk about the school shooting, you gotta keep your head on the swivel because it's happening. I'm with these parents. I think they should have been told exactly what was going on. And this is where I say when it comes to families and leadership, many times the leadership will try to protect the brand over the best interest of the family. I've seen this as an advocate. They're not going to mess up the brand. They're trying to keep the brand strong. That many times they have to do the word salad, like some of these politicians talk in circles because they're trying to protect the idea that they're actually serving. And this is why that happens. That's why Hakeem Jeffries was doing word salad when Stacey when she was texting Epstein. He didn't want to answer the question because that was his constituent, and he didn't want to mess up the brand. But if it wasn't his brand, he'd have been all in. Everybody do that. A lot of people, they're gonna pick to protect the brand over transparency every time. I want to talk about this other story before we go to break. There was a situation in Waukesha County where a thrift store child sex assault happened at the thrift store. And then somebody got arrested. But once again, another story where a child was involved. I'm telling you, this is why you can't get caught up in the mainstream narratives, because everybody wants these babies. Some of y'all act like one side is safer than the other. Trust me. We got leadership with pedophilia vibes. So we got to keep our head on a swivel when it comes to these kids. Now, this situation happened at the thrift store. We got video if you're watching this rebroadcast live. Let's listen.
50-year-old Ricardo Puentes in Waukesha County Jail tonight, facing that felony first-degree child sexual assault charge. The investigation starting at St. Vincent de Paul store in Pewaukee. Now, according to a criminal complaint, a 12-year-old girl, who was with her friends, reported a man followed her around the store on November 9th, brushing up against her backside and standing, quote, uncomfortably close to her. The complaint says that a detective later looked at store security video and saw the man's left hand make contact with the victim's buttocks. Now, prosecutors say that the video also showed Puentes leaving the store with his wife, later identified as Anna Puentes. Both, the documents say, had items that they did not enter the store with. Ricardo with a full purse full of jewelry and clothes, Anna with a blue winter coat. Tonight, the pair each face multiple misdemeanor theft charges.
Oh, wow. See, and this is why I say keep your head on a swivel. And I know everybody want to make it seem like we out and about. You got to keep your head on a swivel when you out at the mall, especially if you got kids, especially if you got young kids. Some of y'all be letting y'all kids run up and down the aisle, grabbing stuff off the shelf. Why y'all just trying to shop and y'all trying to keep them quiet so y'all let them play and run around. Okay. Y'all, you the target. You're not paying attention to your child. How is this person able to get close enough to this young person to where he can touch the backside? That's somebody not paying attention. If y'all out and about during the holiday season, make sure if y'all got children that y'all keep an eye on them babies. Because people are out here hunting, sick. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more discussion. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Tracy, going back to the process, and as it relates specifically to the partnership that Old National Bank has with Housing Resource, what does the process consist of when coming through this program?
It's a referral process. We work with clients that first-time homeowners that may not have the counseling that they need. They may not have the equity, the down payment that they need. So we refer them to our partners like HRI or Housing Resources, Inc., because we recognize that those organizations, they have the resources, they have the tutorial documentation and all of those things that are necessary for first-time homeowners that don't know the process, may not know the system, may not know what's required for home ownership. So working with Housing Resources Inc. and other partnerships that we have like through WIDA has been very, very advantageous, not only for us, but also the organizations, but also for the community.
Harley-Davidson is an iconic Milwaukee brand, recognized worldwide for its innovation and strength. For many years, Harley-Davidson has partnered with Junior Achievement to prepare the future workforce of our community. Together, we're ensuring young people discover the career path that's right for them. To learn more, visit wisconsin.ja.org.
Join Marketplace Wisconsin on December 10th and 11th, where contract-ready small businesses meet buyers, partners, and mentors. Register now at marketplacewisconsin.com. That's marketplacewisconsin.com.
Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Crispy chicken just keeps getting better at Cousin Subs. Try their crispy chicken basket, complete with 3 white meat tenders and a regular fry. A meal made easy. And for the little ones, the kids' meals come with 2 crispy tenders, applesauce, a juice box, and a cookie. Just the right size for a growing appetite. Made with quality chicken and ready to enjoy in-store, online, or on app. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only around for a limited time. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. I'll say this, you never know what somebody is going through. And I always tell people to be conscious when you're out and about. When you're moving around and you just, going about your day, keep in mind that you never know what somebody is going through. So don't be so quick to get into it with somebody, because mental health across the board is suffering right now. And I'm not saying everybody is acting out of mental health, because some people just acting like devils. Some people just evil. Some people out here, it ain't got nothing to do with mental health. They just acting evil. Okay, so let's not get confused with the mental health and somebody acting like the devil. But this story right here that I want to bring up is a story of a man that said that he was reacting in a way that made him do something that he regretted. There was a man charged with a felony arson after allegedly setting a donation bin on fire in Waukesha at a bowling alley parking lot. The man said he had a lapse in judgment and he was getting pissed thinking about his ex-wife. He was thinking about his ex-wife and burnt the bin up. This is what he said. If you're watching as we broadcast live, we got video on this. Let's listen.
Flames shot out of this donation bin Sunday night. The video was given to us by the owner at Foxview Lanes in Waukesha. The bin looked something like this hours earlier before police say 48-year-old Daniel Kavatovich set it on fire.
State of Wisconsin versus Daniel Kavatovich.
The box was full of items for St. Vincent de Paul. The clothes and furniture would have been given to people in need. Firefighters already had the fire out when police arrived. Investigators spoke with a bowling alley bartender who said a man got angry at him for, quote, not pouring enough alcohol in his beverages. The bartender was able to identify Kavatovich because of his Packers jersey and We the People tattoo on his left forearm.
The actions placed not only him, but those around him in danger.
St. Vincent de Paul estimates the bin itself was worth $2,000. Prosecutors say surveillance video shows Kavatovich lighting up a cigarette outside after paying his tab. Investigators say he stayed by the box for about 20 seconds before it caught on fire.
It looks like everything that's as a result of what's been going on with you revolves around some sort of intoxication.
When police went to Kavatovich's house, they say he initially denied setting the fire, but a few seconds later, Kavatovich told police he, quote, was thinking about his ex-wife and got pissed and did something stupid.
His most recent conviction from 2009 is also for an arson case.
Kavatovich told police he had a, quote, lapse in judgment. A court commissioner ordered a $10,000 signature bond and ordered alcohol monitoring.
All right. And then it goes on to say that the donations total that was burnt was approximately $3,000 worth of stuff. And he said he was thinking about his ex, but why would you want to burn something up? You know, because you're thinking about your ex. I mean, no wonder she left. Look at this erratic behavior you displaying, and you out there drinking. I mean, come on now. You can't blame this on your ex. Sometimes this is just you. And that's why she your ex. That's why she had to leave you, because you couldn't control yourself. And it sounded like he got a history of burning stuff. Okay. See, this is why I say some people out here using the triggers, maybe it was a bad breakup. But why would you want to go out and inflict damage on something else? See, this is what I'm saying. A lot of people are walking around with stuff rolling around in their head, and then they bump into you somewhere at the parking lot or over a parking space or road rage or, different ways you connect with people once you get outside, and then they dump all of that on an innocent person. It may be the argument that triggers the situation, but trust me, it's a lot behind a lot of these people when they thinking in their mind. Sometimes folks' minds be gone, and you don't even know. You might get the backlash from them in a space where, it doesn't even make sense. It looks real petty, but it's really not. It's really they was looking to release some of that energy on somebody. That's why I say, God bless you. Have a nice day. That's it. That's all you're getting from me.
How awful do you have to be, Tory, to burn up things for people who are needy too? Like, if you're going to burn something, burn your car, burn your stuff.
Well, I'll tell you this. He definitely thought he was getting away with something. He was sitting there and being a Scrooge. Bah humbug, it's the holiday season. He probably saw people like dropping things off and being excited about the holiday season. Probably saw a couple. This just my opinion. He probably saw a happy couple drop some stuff off in there, and he thought about his ex-girlfriend. He was drunk. I'm just making that scenario up. But what I'm saying is, why would you, dealing with your ex, cause harm to somebody else?
No breakups that serious.
Right. But it happens all the time. I remember when I was in Iowa and we was out and about, and every time one of my friends broke up with their girlfriends, they would go to the bar and drink, and then a bar fight would break out. And I'd be like, what's going on? But they had to take out that frustration. And once they get a few shots in, y'all know it's Thanksgiving coming up. Some of y'all family members, once they get a few shots in, they gonna mess up the Thanksgiving because they gonna go crazy. They're going to start a fight at the table, at the Thanksgiving. What they call it. Now they say the drunk uncle. But now everybody been drinking, so it ain't no telling what family member, if they had too many shots of whatever they drinking on for the holiday season, gonna start the fight at the family gathering.
That's what we got to do next week. We got to give Tory Lowe's Thanksgiving tips around the table.
Yeah, I say, go in the room with the meal and watch the football game in private. That's what I say. Because I ain't got time for nobody acting crazy on when people trying to gather. Sometimes you ain't seen these people in a long time, but then you always got that one person in the back room drinking that E&J. Just waiting. Waiting to get the right amount of liquor in their system to come mess the whole event up. Don't even invite them. Don't even invite the drunk person this year. If y'all know this person causing trouble, don't send them an invite. That's my suggestion to that. That's the Tory Lowe advice for the holidays. Stop inviting folks over that's full of drama. Stop it. You already know that person crazy. Just you got to draw the line in the sand sometimes. I don't want this person to come because every time they come they get drunk and act a fool. That's a good enough reason. And you know what? Somebody else gonna say, "Yep." But you always got that person that be mad at everybody, but scared to do it, scared to say what they feel. So they want the drunk person to come because they feel validated when they get to arguing. Then they join in. Yep, he right. Fueling the person. They want to jump in. Jeff says, "Fact story." Motor Elephant, this is why no one is coming to my house. My day off for me is to relax and chill, no stress. Felix says, go outside and play something. Let me tell you something. At this point, everybody know the person in the family that's going to cause trouble. Am I lying? Everybody know this. Matter of fact, when they start coming, here we go. When I say here we go, when certain people call in, here we go. Because I know they're going to act a fool. I already know. At the end of the day, if you want a safe, peaceful holiday, do what I just told you to do. Bring the people over there that got some sense and have a good time. That's it. I ain't going to say nothing else. I think that's the only tip I got, Andrew. For the holiday season. If you're going to act a fool, you ain't coming by my house. I'm going to put a big old sign. Don't come by me if you acting a fool this holiday season.
Get it on a Christmas sweater?
Yeah, don't act a fool at my house. That's my ugly sweater. That's it. Other than that, you can have fun, eat, sit around, clean up after yourself. That's it. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
Come in with straight truth. If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you, and then they gonna tell you, come here. Now you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tory Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. You think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
You are listening to the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Democrats have a slight edge heading into next year's midterm elections. According to a national poll from the Marquette University Law School, 49% of registered voters expect to vote for a Democrat, while 44% expect to vote for a Republican in congressional elections. Inflation remains the number one concern for voters. The poll also shows wide disapproval of President Trump's handling of the government shutdown, but strong support for his approach to the Israel-Hamas ceasefire. And on the health care, most Americans support extending tax credits for insurance coverage. Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson vetoes several proposed amendments to his 2026 budget. The amendments vetoed include extra money to replace aging Milwaukee fire equipment, a 1% residency incentive increase for city employees, expanded Sunday library hours, and a plan to make the Office of Community Wellness and Safety its own city department. Mayor Johnson says the measures would increase the burden felt by Milwaukee taxpayers. The budget now goes back to the Common Council, which could vote next week to override or sustain the vetoes. Some Wisconsin residents will see their gas and electric bills go up over the next 2 years. The Public Service Commission approving a $300 million rate hike for Alliant Energy and XL Energy. WISP Politics reports starting in 2027, the average XL customer will see an increase around $32 a month, while Alliant customers will see their monthly bill go up about $18. Last year, the Public Service Commission approved a $550 million rate increase for We Energies. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we've been talking about these AI data centers that's been trying to come through the state of Wisconsin. Kenosha just had families, residents hit the Common Council asking all them questions. And now we have a situation with a Meta AI data center coming to Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, and people are raising questions over environmental impact. And this seems to be the thing with these data centers. We got video if you're watching as we broadcast live. Let's listen.
For one, I'm not interested in the death that is AI. I'm interested in the life that is water and our planet Mother Earth.
For 47 years, Miley Kaczynski's lived on this creek. Now, a Meta data center is moving in just a few miles away.
I feel it was rushed and it was hushed and forced on us without any real transparent opportunity to speak up.
She says the Beaver Dam community didn't know about the project until it was too late, and worries about environmental implications. She says you can see in this video that shows an empty creek some days and cloudy water other days.
I'm left feeling like I have to fend for myself with my neighbors.
She's not alone in worrying about water.
Biggest worry is going to be impact on the water aquifer and on the electric grid and cost involved.
Several residents spoke out in opposition of the data center at a packed meeting Monday night. I was also there and took their concerns to Mayor Bobby Mark. She says environmental studies were completed.
From the city's end, all of those permits were in line and they were following the law just, as we assume they will. But we trust but verify. We always check, and that's why we have a building inspector.
I also reached out to the Wisconsin DNR, but did not receive a response. When I called a spokesperson for Meta, they pointed me to a press release which says Meta will restore water consumed and that, quote, there will be no water demands for cooling once the data center is operational, end quote.
To be honest with you guys, I think you've broken the trust of the city, and I don't know where we go from there.
Still, the community wants to see more transparency from the city, though the mayor says they've followed the legal protocol, putting out a press release in February that a data center was coming to town.
The majority of the council is pretty committed with the decision that they made. They feel, in spite of some of the questions that have come forward, they still feel that it was the best decision and the project will proceed forward.
Kaczynski shares her story in the
All right. So this is another township where they rushed to get this put in to try to get around what some of the concerns is, the environmental impact. This is happening in Beaver Dam. Then we just had a story of families gathering in Kenosha as well over the same concept of what does this do to the environment, the water, and things like that. So, okay, when the leadership makes moves like this and try to shut the people out, this is where you got to raise an eyebrow, because why wouldn't you allow the community to have input in something like this? And, somebody in the chat says they got the kickbacks. And right now it seems like this politics is all about kickbacks. It seems like, grease in their own pockets. And to me, we didn't got so far away from the original ideas of these seats. Of what you're supposed to do. And they'll play you because they'll go back to the original ideal of being a servant. When they knocking on your door, hey, look, I'm going to serve you. But they might be serving you pollution. I mean, what they may have been telling the truth. They about to serve you, but they didn't say how. Y'all seen the movies Bring It, you about to get served? That's not good. When they say serve, you gotta really kind of question what you mean by serve. Because I remember when we was coming up, you got served wasn't a good thing. Yeah, serving up a fat plate of cancer. This is hey, what if one of these data centers came to Milwaukee? Are we gonna be happy we got jobs? Living wage jobs, and let them come to Milwaukee? I don't know. Or will people say, hey, look, I'm wondering about the environmental impact?
Where do you think they'd put it?
Somewhere near the lake, Lake Michigan. They need water to cool things down. They say that they got technology now that they don't need the water. I have yet to see it. And sometimes they'll say, oh, this ain't, we like in this, if you look at the messaging and the wording that they use, they say once they get it up, they won't use the water. So are they using the water now? Hey, It may be too late once they get the technology to not be able to use the water to cool it down. And the water might be messed up. May have some long-term effects. I don't know. Christopher Giles in the chat says, what you expect when the white population is the majority of mad scientists? Hey, all I'm saying is when you see a bunch of people start gathering at City Hall with questions and concerns and they dodging the questions and concerns, and the one thing I can say about white people, they going to show up to the city council meeting. They going to show up, and they going to tell them, if you don't do what we say, you're no longer going to have a job. And they mean it. When they get to that point where they get restless, you don't want to see a whole bunch of white people restless. I'm a black person, I know. All right, well, I want to get to this story. Police arrest NPS paraprofessional, another one, accused of hitting a student with disabilities. We've been following this story. We've been following these stories where the paraprofessional, who's supposed to be an expert in hanging out, dealing with the kids, they smacking on the babies. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, we got the story. Let's listen.
Tyrone Dunn just celebrated her 18th birthday. Her smiling mom and dad snapped this photo with her. The proud parents say their daughter with cerebral palsy and cognitive special needs is now scared to go to Riverside University High School on Milwaukee's east side.
She don't even want to come to the school. She ain't at school now. I called and left her a message that said she is not coming to school today because she is scared.
Scared because on November 12th, her mom Shirley says,
when she get to where she don't want to do what she want to do, she sit on the floor. And I guess it was hard for him to get her up, but he did pick her up and slam her in the chair first. And then he slapped her.
Shirley Dunn says she's seen video of the incident involving her daughter and a school aide. Milwaukee police say they arrested a paraprofessional at the school, saying the worker struck an 18-year-old student with intellectual and physical disabilities. Riverside sent this letter to families saying the school received a report of a staff member allegedly slapping a student, saying that staff member is not currently working in the school. Police say they referred charges for the employee, who 12 News is not naming because no formal charges have been filed.
I'm pissed, man, because that's my little girl. That's my princess. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so mad, man. I get this sharpened pain shooting through my head ever since I heard this.
Sharon's parents say they want to see the district attorney file charges quickly.
I agree. We need to start throwing these quote-unquote paraprofessionals that slapping the babies that you took the job. First of all, they told you in the job description you're going to deal with kids with issues and things like that. And you stood there like, yeah, you know, I understand how to deal with them. But now you slapping and punching on them and jacking them up. Like, this is where I say we got to draw the line at some of this, because this ain't the first story. There's a lot of paraprofessionals during this year that we have brought on the show, the stories of them smacking on the babies and things like that. How did you take a job that you can't even do? What are the requirements? Ain't you supposed to be able to handle children with disabilities? This is where I say a lot of people just trying to get money. They just trying to get the check. They're lying on the resume, and then they coming in and slapping and beating on the kids. And then these parents have every right to want charges. I want charges. Don't take the job. It's just that simple. You cannot go to school as a teacher and beat up the kids. That's not the job description. A lot of y'all grown-ups don't got no common sense. A lot of y'all talk about y'all, and you got the word professional in the name, paraprofessional. Acting unprofessional. Every time I read these stories, it just makes me sick to my stomach, because when these people, these parents, when they drop off their kids after school and they know that they got disabilities and they put them in these programs and everybody's smiling at first. Everybody, oh, you know, come on in and, you know, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And then something like this happens. It just completely creates mistrust. But salute to Riverside for acting quickly, firing this person, because the one paraprofessional at the one school, they kept bringing him back to beat up more kids. So at least they got on it. As soon as they got wind of it, they got rid of him. They filed, a report with the police. So work was done on this one. And hopefully they press charges, because this is child neglect. If a parent smacks a kid and they're a mandatory reporter, so they go to the school and they got to turn the parents in, it should be the same way for any teacher that put their hands on these kids. Child Protective Service should get involved. They should be charged with child neglect, just like that. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. It's College Month on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, and we want to help your young scholar get those free scholarship dollars. All month long, we'll be highlighting local organizations who help students find thousands of dollars in scholarships each year. So be sure to tune in to 1017 The Truth's College Month so you can learn how your scholar can get those scholarship dollars. College Month on The Truth is sponsored by Marquette University and Educators Credit Union.
What is a DJ? Do we just play music? Maybe some are that simple. For me, I create memories that last a lifetime. I'm always thinking about how songs connect. I read the room. Every event is an open canvas, a new world. So what's a DJ when you hire me? I'm a vibe architect, a curator of euphoria, a guaranteed good time.
I know you want me. Every day, not only when you're lonely.
Whether you have a wedding, festival, corporate event, or any other special occasion, get your free consultation with DJ Remaniac today.
Trailblazer!
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
Every child deserves a school that sees their brilliance. At Milwaukee College Prep, they believe in high expectations, strong character, and academic excellence starting as early as age of 3. MCP scholars continue to outperform their peers across Milwaukee. And the best part about it all, Milwaukee College Prep is tuition free. If you're looking for a school that partners with you, challenges your child, and prepares them for college and beyond, Milwaukee College Prep is the place. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to learn more. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Want to help build a better Milwaukee? 1MKE is a nonpartisan coalition of over 100 community partners, making it easier to plug into what matters. From local services that can save you time and money, to events that build community, to voting resources to ensure your voice is heard. Whether you're new to civic engagement or ready to level up your impact, there's a place for you at 1MKE. Learn more, get involved, and take the community back. Take this survey at 1mke.org. That's 1mke.org. That is 1mke.org. We are one Milwaukee. Also calling all Black-owned business owners and entrepreneurs. Are you looking to share your story and grow your reach? We have teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, 4 lucky business owners will win the opportunity to spotlight their brand and journey right here on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. To sign up for your business spotlight interviews, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our communities through exposure right here on The Truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank member FDIC. Hey, look, we've been having a lot of conversations on this show today, and the main question of the day is about that story in Chicago. That created our question of the day. Should parents be held accountable for their children's actions when they cause physical harm or even death? Should something happen with the parents? We got the polls in the chat. What do we got, Andrew? What are the polls saying right now?
72% say yes, parents should be held accountable, Tory.
And I think that we got to define what way, though. I mean, I think people throw that word accountable out there, but we got to define what way. Is it in restitution? Is it in fines? What? How do that look? That's the question of the day. If you want to answer the question of the day, we got the lines open, 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. We got Eddie on the lines.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
How you doing, Eddie?
Good day, Tory Lowe. How you doing today?
Hey, should parents be held accountable for the actions of their children?
No, they can't.
Okay, go right
They
ahead.
can't. I'll give you an example in my own life. I know a very decent family. They are a great family. There's nothing fancy about this family. They're just hard-working, solid middle-class household. There's like maybe 9 kids involved in the family. All the kids are good all-American kids. Okay, nothing fancy. They don't live in a fancy house. They don't drive fancy cars, but they're a good family. 2 of the daughters went to private schools, and they were raised right. And one of the daughters, Tory, is a whore. And
what?
Her parents, she's a whore. And her.
But is she causing great bodily harm or injury? I guess, Eddie.
I have to stop saying whore?
Yeah, you can't say that.
I have
you
to
can't
stop?
call nobody the H word or nothing.
I didn't know. Okay, well, I'll try not to. I've been doing it for 5 years and getting away with it, so I figured.
Well,
but anyway.
Andrew ain't
okay, I got it.
Andrew ain't for the had it.
Well, okay. Okay, Andrew and I have to have a sit-down, Tory. So anyway,
It's the family white. That's what they asking. It's the family white.
They're very white. They're very Caucasian.
Mm-hmm.
They belong to my sect of whiteness, the super ultra Caucasians, colonizers. And the one daughter's just rogue. All the other girls in the family are really nice, kind of Christian. They go to church, to an evangelical Christian church, in the WOW counties, right? And the one daughter it's like she's not even a member of this family. Like somebody went in, took out her microchip, put in a different microchip, and she's a girl, can I say, who's hyper-promiscuous with everybody. Can I say that, Andrew? Can I say hyper-promiscuous? Can I say that?
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm just asking. So how should her parents, Tory? How should her parents pay the price? They did everything right, and this girl just turned out a bad seed.
Causing great bodily harm or injury, though. What she chooses to do with herself.
She is.
What does she choose to do with herself in her personal life? Is she out here trying to? Is she spreading HIV? Is she causing injury?
I don't know about HIV, but if you called her a walking petri dish.
No, is she causing injury and great bodily harm, or even death? That's what we're talking about.
No, I think she does, in some odd ways, cause bodily harm. I think, it can be if you're somebody who is hypersexual or promiscuous.
Eddie, I think you may have misinterpreted the question. I think that what people choose to do with their selves, that's not causing great injury or bodily harm or death, Eddie.
Okay, Tory, on that note, I got to go. Tory, it's Wednesday. I got to get home and clean out my truck. Tory, I want to thank you for having me on the show. Andrew and I have to sit down and talk about some guidelines. Otherwise, I'll talk to you tomorrow, Tory.
All right, Eddie. I don't know what Eddie, he must have inhaled some paint today. Maybe he inhaled the paint, and he didn't really understand the question. But we gonna let him go and let him get back to painting. But I want to cover this another story. I want to move on into this other story about remember we talked about the Mequon burglaries where the guys were coming through the bike trails where they were on video. 3 guys were in the Mequon community robbing the neighborhood. I guess we got an update on this because the Mequon neighborhood is where they got all the money, where the people that, it's a real upscale, a lot of people that have, dollars live in the Mequon neighborhood. We got an update because they're saying that the Mequon burglaries are similar to the break-ins at the homes of pro athletes. And remember Bobby Portis' house was broken into a couple months ago? Like 4 or 5 months ago? Bobby Portis was talking about they broke into his house and took all of his stuff. Well, I guess they're saying that the style of burglaries that are going on are similar to the break-ins of these athletes. We got video. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, let's listen.
Honestly, I don't think these will end until somebody gets taken into custody.
Easier said than done.
It's obviously have to be a large group of people doing this. This is not just 1 or 2 individuals.
Mequon police say the latest burglary happened last Friday. The owners were out of town. There were at least 5 burglaries over a 5-day span at the beginning of October, and at least 3 more through the end of the month, with a cluster in the neighborhood near Lemke Park. Last week, Mequon police got together with 10 other local law enforcement agencies to compare notes. All 10 had at least 1 case that matched the same MO.
This is not a Mequon thing. This is not just a Milwaukee Metro thing. This is through the state of Wisconsin thing, if not the United States.
Police say the thieves use darkness to their advantage, sneaking in through the woods to break in when no one's home. People have reported missing cash, jewelry, and high-end brands. If all this sounds familiar, it's because that's what happened last year to Bobby Portis of the Milwaukee Bucks, plus other athletes across the country. Police linked it to a South American crime ring. Is there an indication that it maybe is the same kind of crew?
We thought the exact same thing.
But police can't say for sure. They are sure there are things you can do now to protect your home. If you have an alarm system, turn it on. Install motion lighting in backyards, and use timed lights inside and out.
All right, I'll say this. You thought you were safe out there in Mequon. You ain't safe nowhere, and this is just proves it. No matter if you got money, no matter what community you live in, there's crime. And if y'all all living with the money in one area, and they got wooded areas around everything, that's a perfect cover for these criminals. They coming in through the woods. And you would think that the police would have some gates up, I would set a bear trap out there. I mean, I would set booby traps. I was watching Commando, that old Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he was caught, and he had to do the booby traps, and then when you watch The Predator, the first Predator, when he was fighting the Predator, he had to make the booby traps. You come by my house, you might trip over a wire, and something might happen to you. You shouldn't be out there in the woods that late anyway. Hey. When we come back, we'll be joined by Advocate Arthur Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
Today's College Month Spotlight on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth is brought to you by Educators Credit Union, and now I am excited to be joined by Victor Frazier, Director of Community Engagement at Educators Credit Union. Victor, let's jump right into this. College can be expensive, and we know Educators Credit Union offers $35 $2,000 scholarships to members of Educators Credit Union. But on top of that, why is it important for students and families to apply for FAFSA?
Yes, FAFSA is your gateway into college money. That's the easiest way to think about it. A lot of students and a lot of families will think like, I make too little or I make too much to apply. That should be out of your mind. What you should be thinking about is making sure that you complete the FAFSA. That opens all of the doors for you when it comes to grants, other scholarships, and then more importantly, a lot of students have to take out student loans to the federal government. Without the FAFSA, all of those things are off the table. It's all on you at that point. So the FAFSA really is your friend.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Lastly, Victor, how can somebody join the great Educators Credit Union family just like me and become a member?
Oh, thank you so much for that question. It is really easy. You can either stop in any one of the branches. That's not convenient for you. You can email. We can get the process going that way. Or we have a wonderful Connect Cam program where you can actually connect right in via your phone or your computer at home and get the account open that way. All you need to do is have your valid driver's license or a photo ID with you, and you are going to be all set. We are insured by NCUA, and we do have membership eligibility requirements.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us here today, Victor.
Thank you very much for having me. Always a pleasure.
Again, Truth Nation, make sure you do not miss out on your opportunity to apply for one of the $35 $2,000 scholarships that Educators Credit Union allows for your high school senior to apply for if you are a member of Educators Credit Union. This has been your College Month Spotlight with Educators Credit Union right here on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by Lowe's. Alt Finance wants more black talent on Wall Street. It's a $90 million 10-year effort to help get more people of color in fields like private equity by creating a direct pipeline from HBCUs to some of the biggest firms on Wall Street. And Alt Finance CEO Marcus Shaw tells Bloomberg that these firms stand to gain a lot from bringing in top talent from HBCUs and other underrepresented groups.
There's real value because we believe that there is power in diversity of networks, diversity of thought, diversity of experience. These students ultimately in the workplace will have some of the most diverse experiences of any person in this country. And that's valuable to companies and corporations that are looking for people that are bringing new ideas, new experiences to the table so that they can develop and innovate, so that they can invest, so that they can lead.
More ideas and more innovation also means more money for big companies. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Packers are preparing for a divisional showdown with the Vikings this weekend, a start to a gauntlet of games to end the season. Vikings at Packers begins Sunday at noon. The Milwaukee Bucks are without Giannis for at least 2 weeks as he sustained a minor groin injury. Bucks lost their game against the Cavs Monday, 118-106.
Milwaukee will drop their second consecutive game for the first time in
A stretch where they have gone back and forth between wins and losses, 10 straight games, but now it is 2 straight losses with the daunting prospect of moving forward without Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Next matchup is against the 76ers tomorrow at 7. Marquette Golden Eagles face off against Dayton tonight at the Pfizer. Marquette currently sits at 3-2 on the year. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
It's College Month on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, and we are here to help our young scholars get those free scholarships all month long. We will be highlighting local universities who offer full tuition scholarships and local organizations who help students find thousands of dollars in scholarships each year. So be sure to tune in to The Truth all month long so you do not miss this important information on how your student can go to college and be debt-free. College Scholarship Month on The Truth is sponsored by Marquette University, Be Different, and Educators Credit Union, achieving more together. All right. Well, we got Elizabeth Brown on V-Mix, advocate author Elizabeth Brown. If you're watching as we broadcast live, you can see Elizabeth Brown live.
Hey, salute.
How you doing,
Queen? Hey, happy hump day. All is well.
Elizabeth Brown, I'm going to get right to it because there's a situation in Chicago that is going viral right now of a mother and her children attacked what looks like elementary school students. It's just one of those things where it just makes you say, what is this? What's going on?
Again, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Again, our village is sick. And these are the side effects of a sick tree. You have children acting out. There was no level of empathy. This was flat out disrespectful, and really egregious. And I think, for me, that would have been a call for me, for all of those parents whose child was guilty in that situation. That to me would have triggered a town hall meeting or a city meeting, and any parent whose child was a part of that, we need to bring them into a fold to find out exactly, one, why would you think that was okay? Two, to have the conversations also with these children to make sure that they understand that it's unacceptable and that we not having it. And three, putting a program together to make them do something that has to do with the community and giving back after apologizing to that mother and her children. Okay. Again, when we look at our children, we looking in the mirror at ourselves on something that we haven't done, or we haven't been good at it, or it haven't been across the table. Again, I don't believe that there's bad children. I believe it's bad parenting. And at the same time, like I said, our children will reflect the community that we're in and the sickness. Absolutely. But the community as well. Because again, when you think about that many children grouped up, because there's no way in hell that I'm going to ride by and see a group of kids attack a woman and I not step in. You understand what I'm saying?
I've done it many times.
So at this point, it's bigger than the children. Now it's time for Chicago again. We done seen them come together for all sorts of things. And this is a time I think they need to rear the community in, because we need to find out what's going on with this gang mentality with these middle schoolers who felt that it was okay for them to not only attack the child, but and I think the mother was pregnant. So
she was pregnant. She was pregnant.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, at this point, for me, I'm calling all the parents. If your child was a part of this, I need you to show up this day, because if not, we're going to have a problem. And every last one of those parents and every last one of those children should be on some type of list. If they don't show up to the meeting, there should be some repercussions.
And what would the
there has to
repercussions
be
look
some
like?
consequences.
Because I think that when we talk about children that are involved in great bodily harm or loss of life, when we talk about accountability, I think that many times you have to bring the parents in on that conversation.
Absolutely.
Because what are you doing? Why are you not monitoring the behavior or kind of understanding the balanced behavior of your child?
Absolutely. And I think it's pivotal that the community get involved again, because, there's a African proverb, don't quote me, but if the children don't feel love, they'll burn the village down to get it. And I mean, with what we seen in that video, we're talking about middle schoolers. What happens in high school? If we don't correct it now, what happens high school? What happens, when they're young adults? Right now is the time for the community, one, to come together and show these kids what the adults gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's unacceptable. And it needs to be shown that it's unacceptable, with all the parents, one, coming together, all the community coming together to show these children that we're not having that.
And I think that all year we've been pointing out different situations where children are acting in a certain way that makes us go, okay, what should we do? What action should we take? A lot of people don't believe that parents should go to jail for the behavior of their children, but a lot of people do agree that if they do get out here and cause some type of physical harm or some type of great injury, that there should be a restitution idea from the behavior.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know a parent, if my child is caught doing something, because again, they're children. And we're children that's living in America. Everything that got something to do with them incites violence. I mean, just the Democrats, the Republicans, you name it. It's always a gangbang mentality that they watch, and they playing these games where they're able to shoot people in the face. I mean, again, the main idea is the fact that if a parent whose child was guilty of what we seen on that video, and you don't care enough to show up to a call for action or reach out to somebody to make your child understand that it's unacceptable, you definitely needs to be held accountable, and whatever that look like. Because at the end of the day, had that been my child, I would have grabbed my child, we would have had a problem, and I would have found that mother and those children, and there would have been another conversation, and there would have been repercussions to that action. Those parents need to straighten that. And not only do they need to straighten it, they need to look within their household and look at their children and their action and make sure that they don't fail. Because right now, those parents whose children are guilty of what we seen, non-action, you are now in violation. And you should be held accountable.
6879 in the talk to text says the DA should make an example of these parents. This is what they're saying in the talk to text. I'll say this. When we look at the woman in Minnesota who got charged criminally for her child going to shoot up a school in Minnesota, and we talked about the story last year, that I felt that this was if you can't get your children under control, you're going to start to see more parents in handcuffs.
Absolutely. But we also got to make sure we remember the mother that came on the Tory Lowe show begging for help for her children.
But what I'm saying is she reached out she created a paper trail of her trying to resolve the issue.
Absolutely.
So that's what.
And in that case, we have to make sure that there's not just if the parent is not trying to straighten it or right the wrong of their child, then by all means.
Yeah, I mean, I believe if you
then
look
by
at
all
it,
means,
I
charge
believe
them.
if you look at the situation and they were trying to remedy the issue, yeah, I mean, I think that's not the case. But when you have something as egregious as what we seen on that video, and like you said, these parents are not forthcoming with efforts to try to change the behavior, then we may start seeing harsher penalties for parents in this way.
And then if it's non-action on the parents' behalf, they deserve it. Because again, these are children, and we have to make sure that they understand what's not acceptable. How do they understand it's not acceptable? By us making sure that they understand it's not acceptable. There's no coddling here. So.
All right, well, when we come back, Elizabeth Brown, I want to get your final thoughts on today's show. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to host of a Dunker Spot, Nekias Duncan. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
What is a DJ? Do we just play music? Maybe songs are that simple. For me, I create memories that last a lifetime. I'm always thinking about how songs connect. I read the room. Every event is an open canvas, a new world. So what's a DJ when you hire me? I'm a vibe architect, a curator of euphoria, a guaranteed good time.
I know you want me. Every day, not only when you're lonely.
Whether you have a wedding, festival, corporate event, or any other special occasion, get your free consultation with DJ Remaniac today.
Trailblazer.
Harley-Davidson is an iconic Milwaukee brand, recognized worldwide for its innovation and strength. For many years, Harley-Davidson has partnered with Junior Achievement to prepare the future workforce of our community. Together, we're ensuring young people discover the career path that's right for them. To learn more, visit wisconsin.ja.org.
Join Marketplace Wisconsin on December 10th and 11th, where contract-ready small businesses meet buyers, partners, and mentors. Register now at marketplacewisconsin.com. That is marketplacewisconsin.com.
For general contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We got Elizabeth Brown. If you're watching us, we broadcast live in the V-Mix. Elizabeth Brown, Mequon, people thought they moved out to Mequon for peace and quiet. A rash of burglaries been happening. They're saying that the burglaries are similar to what people who rob NBA players, you know, the way they break into their homes. But, you know, you move into Mequon, you think it's all safe, but you don't know what's hiding in the woods.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's been break-ins. They just haven't been posting them. I worked out in Brookfield for over 10 years. And the people that I work with was getting robbed, home invasions all the time. They just don't promote it. Because again, they want to make sure, you know, the area, the inner city
The
area
property
is
value stay up,
labeled.
yeah.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I'm not surprised. At the end of the day, though, I don't know what people expecting. With the way that things are going, again, what we've been stating since the beginning of the time, crime is everywhere. It ain't no color to crime. Crime is crime, and it's been happening. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say, but um, know that it's not only in Milwaukee. Okay, crime is worldwide, and these smaller or supposed to be well ran communities also have crime too. It just don't get the mainstream like Milwaukee do.
That part.
Lauren says these break-ins are in the Mequon Police Department incident reports that come out every week.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
they got to report
again,
it. But what I'm saying is, if I think that, you know, if they're knowing that these people are coming through the trails, you know, you may have to get a little bit more creative than having cameras out there if you can't stop it.
I mean, at the end of the day, you have to know, again, first of all, that crime is going to happen. Two, like you stated, if you know that it's in the woods, booby trap, especially if it's my land,
right?
Like, I'm actually gonna I'm gonna get two to three Rockwellers. You know, I'm gonna fence some stuff off. I'm gonna put up a couple cameras, couple booby traps, and if you get past the dogs and the booby traps, you know, I'm gonna be waiting on
You
you.
deserve
Like,
to have it.
absolutely,
I mean,
absolutely.
what you know, in the movies where they had like the red laser beams, if you trip the red laser beams, the alarms go off and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
You know, where is that at? You know, you know, I don't know. Maybe that was
Again,
maybe all that was AI. Maybe that wasn't real.
I mean, it can be real. Again, when we talk about, you know, neighborhood watch, the individuals who they coming through the woods, they should get together and put together a system. Again, this
Right.
is where neighbor coming to the hood, you know. Y'all get together, y'all see that everybody being hit at a certain period of time, put people on patrol, you know. I mean,
Also, I saw that when, you know, because since they coming through the woods, you would think that they would have like lights where when you know, the sensory lights that when people
little
are
lights.
walking, everything will light up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But I mean, when you buy it, because again, you have to know where your landline at, where it end, where it begin, whatever. However, at the same time, that's what I'm saying, where the community comes into play. Because I call a meeting with everybody in a certain stretch. Because again, I'm quite sure, you know, whoever done got hit and the people who haven't got hit still don't want to get hit. So the goal is to come together. Because again, now everybody know that it's happening. It's time to, you know, make your adjustments.
I can get them, but I ain't gonna tell how
That
I get
part.
them. I get out here every day and get folks. So
Hey,
I don't see why they ain't got. I mean, if they'd have looked like some brothers with the Pooh Shiesty mask, they would have been in jail.
absolutely. Matter of fact, you know, they would have had Skype cameras and all type. Like, I mean, but at the end of the day, the thing is, now it's made mainstream. Because you catch one, they gonna tell on the rest of them. We already know, like, how that works. But however, we also know that there's ring of crimes, and maybe it's an inside job, you know. So
right. You got folks on camera, but you know that they move in a certain way. You got camera footage, and you don't do preparation. You don't do prep after that.
Come on.
That's all.
That part. Hey.
All right.
Them the professionals, man. Those the professionals.
Well, like I said, let's get your final thoughts on the show today.
I mean, again, powerful as always. the real life conversations that we really need to have with ourselves, with each other, to be able to have, realistic ideologies about what's taking place. Because again, the same thing we were saying about the children, about the rearing of the children. If you don't stop bad behavior at 2, I don't know what you expecting at 5 or 6. Again, it's never too late. When you see it, you can change it. We see it. We need to address it, preferably before. However, it's not too late when it didn't happen either, especially when we're talking about behaviors, when it comes to our children and individuals inside the community as well. Again, like we're talking about these string of burglaries. It's easy to stop it. You put everybody on high alert, y'all put a plan together, and I can guarantee you it's gonna automatically cease, or you'll catch a couple folks and they'll tell on some folks, and you'll be on top of that as well. But I mean, today's show, you hit a lot of pivotal points about, the other well-ran community who city leaders, again, don't give a damn about what the people said or what they were saying. They did what they wanted to do because there is kickbacks.
With the data
It
center,
was
yeah.
it was hands, it was hands being greased, absolutely. But it's the disrespect for me. And right now, the same thing I'm saying with our children. They only do what we allow them to do. Okay? If we start to change our minds, and we'll change our lives. And with that being said, King, I mean, again, it's hump day. We working, and it's another one in the books.
Also, Nicki Minaj delivered remarks to the UN about the Christians being killed in Nigeria.
Not now, celebrity, okay? Not Nicki Minaj. Like, see, it's a play, King. It's a play. She want to be, again, she not hot no more. It's a play to keep somebody's attention at the. How are you rallying?
We don't need the barbs to blow up the phone now. Blow up the phone line.
Come on. I don't care about the bar.
I just messed
Okay,
with you.
I'm telling the truth. Like, at the end of the day, she wants to be relevant. There's a lot of things she could be doing with her time. This is another individual, again, who beefing online majority of the time with somebody about something, being disrespectful, whatever, and now you want us to take you serious. This is celebrity, okay? Want to be irrelevant, need that hit of dopamine. It's a joke to me, personally.
Hey, well, look, I appreciate you for being on the front lines. As usual, we got a lot of work to do, but we here for it. And I appreciate you for everything that you're doing, Elizabeth Brown.
Hey, salute, King. One love.
All right. Well, salute to everybody in the chat. I see another powerful chat, as usual, every day. If y'all haven't joined the chat as we broadcast live, y'all missing out. But salute to everybody out there in Radio Land for tuning in to the show today. Everybody that called in, add to the context of the show. Powerful show today. Look, join me tomorrow for another powerful conversation. And I'm going to tell you this. These are the times where you got to be mindful of your behavior so you don't attract the wrong people in your life. You got to make sure that you're keeping consistent with the positive mentality, with the positive attitude, and making sure that you checking others around you to have the same understanding, or just don't hang out, because negative behavior is only going to have negative outcomes. It's never been a better time to change your mind about how you act and move within, and how you can just be the resource or be the example of how you want people to be. There's never been a better time to do that. Keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go, and look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris, something else.
Come in with straight truth.
Everything got a message. I'll say this. Y'all can't be tired if y'all still messing with the negative energy. Every day I get on and say, the power